Okay, hello. Sorry about that. Um, Silence in the beginning. And I said my last video was gonna be my last, but yeah, I got a lot on my mind right now, and things are moving so fast. I may not even have anything on my mind soon. Not like that. I'm completely fine. I'm not depressed or anything. I'm talking like this because it's 3 a.m. and I'm trying to be quiet. I'm pretty neutral, to be honest. Yeah, I more likely do not care about anything. I would like to be left alone though, but that's not gonna happen, and I have accepted that. Yeah, I'm completely fine. I'm not depressed or anything like that. Nor would I ever be depressed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm cool. Well, I'm not good or cool or anything like that, but I'm neutral. And I'll never be anything more or less than neutral. I'll just always be neutral. Alright? And I'll never do anything rash or extreme or anything like that. I'm just trying to live out the rest of my days. You know? Just chill as much as possible. Alright, so anyways, what this video is about is... Oh, shoot, I forgot. I don't know, is it? Oh, I forgot. Son of a... It's about 4 a.m. I've been up... Well, I've been up since 1 p.m. 1 p.m. yesterday. Okay, so yeah. What should I make this video about? I can't talk about that. It sucks that I have to try and pick a topic that isn't controversial. Or, yeah, that isn't controversial because some white knight or some Karen or some uptight asshole piece of shit will be like, oh my god. You know, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be poking at people, but fuck it, I'm already dying, so I can literally give a shit. You know what? At least, for whatever reason, I'm being targeted myself. Whatever it could possibly be, I honestly don't have a clue. I mean, I've always been like a sarcastic person, or I've had unfavorable opinions, but other than that, I haven't done shit. I haven't done anything that hasn't already been answered for. Does that make sense? Or dealt with? Anything that I already haven't been punished for. Yeah, I guess so. And not punish anything more or less that I haven't suffered the consequences for. Legally and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of anything I can't think of anything that I could have done to deserve any of this. Especially being, you know, poisoned, for one, and or being denied, well, either being poisoned or being misdiagnosed intentionally. Poisoned as in someone tampered with something and consumed it, and the rest is history, and or the misdiagnosis is where I actually just have some random genetic illness that they're not helping me with and they're letting me die slowly of. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it could be anything. And the poison thing is not far-fetched. People have been getting poisoned since people found out that people could get sick from something, you know? there's so many examples in history, so many examples. Yeah, you don't hear about it nowadays because people have biochemical weapons similar to poisons, but they're more likely biological now, like anthrax or something like that. Yeah. Oh, what am I talking about? Cyanide, ricin, all those terrible things are actually still used a lot nowadays. So it's not far-fetched that I have been poisoned. What kind of far-fetched is that how am I still alive? Because I don't know of any poisons that kill slowly and only target a specific organ. A theory I've had is that I don't think it specifically targets an organ. I mean, it doesn't specifically target a specific organ, or I think it attacks whatever it accepts, or your body accepts it, or whatever accepts it first. Whether it can be your kidneys, your liver, your brain, which would be horrible. You probably wouldn't die instantly, but you probably have some sort of dementia, Alzheimer effect, something like that. Loss of cognitive ability, stuff like that. It can be your heart, it can be your muscles, like besides your heart. I mean, yeah, be your bones or something like that. Which would mean it's a pretty crazy poison. Also, or I think it was an engineered poison, not like your typical cyanide or wolfsbane or hemlock, which can be found naturally. I think it was engineered by very smart individuals with a lot of money, or engineered by smart people who got paid by someone with a lot of money. There you go. I say this because I don't taste anything in my food. I don't smell anything in my food. Yeah, so it's odorless and tasteless to an extreme, and it does not kill instantly. I think no matter how much you consume, obviously there's a threshold to where if you consumed too much, you would die instantly. But I think that threshold's pretty high, because I assume they use this poison in public settings, so I assume someone needs to keep on taking it, so it builds up into their system to where it starts hitting that threshold, and they slowly go above it and below it, causing unfavorable health effects. I bring up the why doesn't kill you instantly because it runs the risk for it runs the risk of accidents, of an unintentional person taking that poison. So this way it goes into their system, and since they don't continually consume it, it could stay in their system forever, or it could be excreted through their urine, feces, sweats, vomits, or something like that. Just over time, it will either leave their system or it will stay in the system, but they'll never reach that threshold, or a certain threshold, to where they will have symptoms or have some type of permanent effect on their body, or permanent damage to their body, which actually kind of makes sense. An engineered poison that kills slowly runs the risk for very little accidents because it needs to be taken over a long amount of time in order for it to reach a certain threshold to where it then can cause symptoms or unfavorable or undesirable effects. Unfavorable and desirable, same thing. Also, it is colorless and odorless. It is also probably undetectable because, well, it exists in the body. It is a chemical in the body that builds up enough to cause dangerous effects. But it is probably not detectable in the body because it's not a known substance, or it mimics certain chemicals in the body or something like that in the body, to where it would be overlooked, or it isn't generally looked for in a certain area, which is also pretty annoying. Or maybe every autopsy lab is just corrupt and completely looked over it. Yeah, it sucks. I have to try and figure out what has the least amount of poison in it, what doesn't have poison in it, if that's even possible nowadays for me. There can be a billion amount of ways how it's getting into my food. Either it's being put into my food, or not my food specifically. I think it's being put into that product by the manufacturer. Yeah, it's being put into that product in a very specific batch to a very specific location by the manufacturer, to where the TI is more than likely to buy that and consume it and further consuming the poison, etc., which would make actually a lot of sense, because I think a lot of higher-ups are up in this. So yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. And also, people around me are very aware that I am being targeted. That's not even a question. That's not even a crazy thought. It's just, you have to hang out with me for a day and you'll be like, oh shit. Or just even hang around in my house, to be honest. Because my family's weird. I don't care though. I'm chill. I'm just trying to wait out my day. Yeah, so like I said, everyone's aware of it, so they know not to buy that specific product, or they will buy that product as a cover-up and then take it home and throw it away. Just because someone buys something doesn't mean they'll eat it or consume it. Yeah, that sucks. Or when I'm not home, someone comes into my house, switches out the products, which would limit accidents, as outsiders coming into that same store and then buying that same product and then consuming it. But the whole thing about someone coming into my house and then switching out my products for tampered ones is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I ain't risking anything, so I always take everything into account. It's annoying, stressful, but it's worth a shot, you know? I'm not gonna go out without trying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sad or anything, like, I'm tired. It's 4:14. Yeah. Another way is, I'm not even gonna say that way because it's stupid. Yeah, those are some ways it can be getting into my system. It could be in my water, and stuff like that. Anyways, back to the poison and how it's like super special, because it's odorless, colorless, runs very low risk for accidents, is practically undetectable because people don't look in specific areas, or they just do not look for that. Or maybe even you consume it once and then it just goes downhill from there. It could be some type of mutagen that alters your body's DNA, which then changes your body's ability to produce certain proteins or deal with certain proteins or whatever. I don't know, this video is reaching 50 minutes, so I have to go. But yeah, it sucks. It really does suck. Especially, the worst part about it is not getting help, or not being able to get help. Having doctors tell you you're crazy when you know you're actually sick. Physically. Anyway, bye.